There you go. You're on.
Oh, hey friends. So we are signing in. We're going to wait just a second to see if anybody shows up. Oh gosh, I hope you do. And Doug's going to give his phone to our guest in the audience, our friend Alice. Hello. So, and it's going to be on silent.
There you go.
Are there other people here? I need to know. Hello, friends.
We have 3.
Woohoo! Tell me who's here. Y'all comment so I'll know who it is. I want to know. I'm so happy you're here.
I'm here.
Okay, Doug is here. Food's here.
Alice.
And Alice is here. Woohoo! And who else?
Let's see.
Anybody? Comment.
Pat True.
Woohoo! Pat's here. Hey, Pat. Anybody else?
Mary Lou.
Woohoo! Hey, Mary Lou. We're so glad y'all are here. So it is now 6:01, so we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm sure the others will join if we have others, and if not, y'all are definitely door prize winners. Because I have 3 prizes to give away today, and since y'all are the only ones here, you'll definitely win, unless we have more people come. So let's kick it off the way we always do with me saying, I hope y'all have had a marvelous Monday, and if not, I hope it ends in a marvelous way. We are, I'm excited about today. I have some, housekeeping like I normally do. And then we're going to talk about the quilt behind me. And then we are going to talk about making the small Dresdens today. And then show you how to do 5 more different tool shapes. Okay. Pardon me, friends. Y'all can't talk over there. Y'all can't talk. Listen to them. They're over there
We're
chatting
just saying
it
how
up.
wonderful it is so far.
Don't. You're going to have to stop it. So, I'm sorry, friends. And then I'm going to talk about some tips. So, if you are in town, if you live in the East Texas area, I want to invite you to something that's coming up. There is a quilt guild here in town. In fact, there are 2 or 3. And one of them is the Christian Quilt Guild. It's a local quilt guild. That actually is about to expand. There will be a chapter starting in Phoenix in the not too far distant future. So if you all are ever in the Phoenix area, that's an option for you. But the one here, we just turned into a 501c3. And our first official, we've been meeting for 3.5 years, but our first official kickoff meeting under the new bylaws and officers will be this Thursday. And we're doing an airing of the quilts. And then here comes my cameraman. So we're going to do the airing of the quilts. So I'll tell you about it. I live in my grandchildren call it Annie's Forest. So thank you, Doug. And my husband, Doug, has strung about 200 linear feet of clothesline between our trees. We have about 200 hardwoods on our couple of acres. And he's strung all this clothesline, y'all, and it's the wire kind. It's fabulous. So we have about 60 to 70 quilts that we're going to actually hang outside. So our airing of the quilts is this Thursday night, the 1st of October. We are starting at 5:30. If you are interested in coming, comment or send me a message or something, and I will give you my home address if you don't already have it. If you do have it, just come. It will be an outdoor event. I'm not overly, I'm cautious, but I'm not overly worried about COVID, but it's an outdoor event. It's just better this way. It'll all be outside. We will have appetizers and desserts. We're just like skipping the main meal because we're just going to get to the fun stuff, right? 5:30 to 7:30 this week, Thursday night Everyone is welcome. If you live far away and want to come on and join us. We'd love to have you. Another thing, if you are in the area or plan on being in the area, on October the 10th, we are doing a Quilting 101 Basics for Beginners class, and I'll be teaching that. And if you're interested in finding out more about that, you holler and I'll send you the flyer. It will be here in Tyler. It is free to anyone who's a member of the Christian Quilt Guild. The cost for the class, so if you have friends, for example, because I know most of y'all are like experienced quilters, to join the Christian Quilt Guild is $25, and we're charging non-members $35, so it's cheaper to join. And then you get it free. Okay, that's one housekeeping. Second housekeeping is on Facebook, if you are interested, and some of you did last week, to see the daily devotionals that I write. It is a page called We Are Called to Pray. So you're always welcome to join us there, and there's a lot of activity on that page. So those are my housekeeping things. But I have to stop before I go on and say, I really have prayed for y'all this week. So know that you've been prayed over. So now let me show you the quilt behind me. And then we'll deconstruct it. This quilt is called Vera. Back in the 60s and 70s, there was a designer by the name of Vera Newman. Neumann, 2 N's. And she did all this, she made silk scarves, and she printed them in her apartment when she first started. And remember in the 60s, there were all the real graphic, bold, big prints and stuff. Well, she was real into that. She got really, really popular. She was in New York City. She got really, really popular. And eventually, by the early 70s, she had moved into fabric design and that sort of thing, even home goods and stuff like that. Well, Vera Newman, you might remember, she had Vera on scarves. At her name she wrote on scarves. So anyway, I remember those. Well, they were just so bold and audacious, and they were fun. Well, a few years ago, a woman, she and her husband had retired, and they were downsizing and giving up their big home. And they were moving like over to Dallas to be near their children. And she called me and said, I've got some fabrics. Well, we take a lot of donation fabrics for the Quilt Guild and stuff like that, because we give so many quilts away. And we use all that stuff. So if that's ever anything that anybody's got downsizing and wants to get rid of, our guild takes those and makes quilts for kids and stuff. But anyway, she brought me this, and I called her back, and I said, I found a piece of fabric in your box that you gave me that I would like to personally use. Would you mind? And she said, oh, no, not at all. So the rest of it I took, gave it away. But, or we used it. I mean, I dispersed with it. Because if it's apparel, I'd do one thing with it and so forth. So anyway, it was this piece of fabric. It was like 52 inches wide, and she had 2 yards. She purchased 2 yards off the bulk. And you see this fabric? If that's not 1960s, I don't know what is. She did those little, it's kind of watercolor-ish. Well, when I saw that fabric, I was like, oh man, I have got to have it. That's why I called her and asked her if I could just keep it for myself. Because I could see this quilt immediately. It was like, oh my gosh. So let me tell you what I did. I made 3 big Dresdens using the tool, right? This was a full window. See that big window? Here's a double window. And this one I fussy cut and put little bumblebees in. I don't know if you're able to see that or not. And this is another full window. And then I made the small ones. See this? And I just laid this on top of that one and top stitched it down. Remember last week when if y'all were here last week, I found a yo-yo? Well, today, Alice is here, and I was like, she said, what are you doing with the yo-yo? And I'm like, oh, let me show you. Wouldn't this be cute? That'd be adorable. So I'm thinking about changing my quilt. I know, right? I mean, it's like 2 or 3 years old. Or 2 years old, maybe. Something like that. Okay, so this is a double. So I made a small one and then laid it over this and stitched it down. This is a double. And there's no small one over here. Can you see the stems coming down? I used big rickrack for the stems. You see that? This is little rickrack. And then look at my leaves. I used full windows and filled them with green. And then here's the rickrack for the stem. And I just put the leaves are actually just full windows. How's that for fun? And then, of course, y'all know me. Here's my label. I put my label on a background because I entered this in a quilt show. And so I had to put more information. So I put my blade on a label and then attached it to the back. This is one of the ones that I actually have a sleeve in the top because of competition. But I also want to show y'all the back. Everybody's always interested in my backs. I try to make I try to use my leftovers. And I had thought about using this fabric, so I had plenty of it. So that's what I put on the back. So what do y'all think? Do you think that's wild and crazy? It's so 1972, and it's just so much fun. So if you like it, say something about it. So there's that, but the tip there is you can use the two sizes apart. Apart or together, so you can stack them. And it's a cool little look. Now, if you wanted to make this quilt, one of these days I'll end up writing a pattern. But let me deconstruct it for you. Background fabric, 3 big ones, and 1, 2, 3, 4 little ones, and 4 leaves. And you just put them on there, you pin them down, you top stitch them, and then you've got a quilt. So it's not a hard quilt to make. Okay. Any questions? Any comments? Anything?
Lots of beautifuls.
Oh, thank y'all. So my mom, believe it or not, when I was 14, I guess, we moved into my dad's like dream house. It was the house he wanted. So we moved in. And Mother had some help decorating it. She chose this color yellow for carpet in the in the den. I'm not kidding. Yellow carpet. And I mean, it was these colors, except no black. I was so tired of that color for years and years. But now, 50 years later, or whatever it is, seriously, 48 years later, I'm like, I kind of like those colors. So anyway, I'm not afraid of yellow and black anymore.
They grow on you.
They do. Well, when you grow tired of them, and then you get back to where you like them. But everything comes in cycles, right? Mm-hmm. The blues and the grays were really, really popular when I decorated my first purchased home. Well, here they are again. It's like, it's a cycle. I can tell you what's coming. And that it's not even being prophetic or anything. It's just, I can tell you how this works. Okay. So now I'm going to remember the little quilt that I've been working on that has the sunflowers and stuff. Tonight's lesson is going to be all about how to make these. It's really no different, but I want to make sure that I haven't covered it, so I want to make sure you know. So this tool is a 5-inch tool, and it comes in the tool set, okay? So I've already cut some blades. Y'all will recognize this yellow. Got a lot of yellow going on in my life because of the sunflower that, the little quilt that I worked on a little bit last week. But I'm getting ready for a big event, and y'all know how it is. I just didn't get a whole lot done on it. But I decided that what I'm going to do is put some small, this size, Dresden's on that other quilt top. The You Are My Sunshine is what I'm talking about. Okay, same exact thing. You draw this on your blade. You have to give yourself the 1/4 of an inch on the inside. So Alice is here. She came over today to deliver she made some veterans quilts. And we're going to give those away on Thursday at the airing. We're going to give them to the Wounded Warriors Foundation of Texas. And they're going to give them, then in turn, they'll give them to some Wounded Warriors that they're honoring this weekend. So she came over to bring those. And I was doing this, getting ready. And she said, oh, I forgot to cut on the inside. That's why it wouldn't fit. So remember, you've got to give yourself room to fold this back. So remember, I'm going to hit all the snips, just like on the big one. And where there's a long side sometimes, and I'm using this glue. A couple weeks ago, I told you I lost my glue pen. It never showed up. I'm glad it wasn't my husband. That's all I can say.
I'm like a
Or
bad.
my dog.
I'm like a bad penny.
I know,
I
you just show up every time.
keep showing up.
I'm telling you, I don't know what happened to that little thing. And I haven't been to the store to buy another one. So, you know, y'all, I can get in trouble just standing still. Okay, so look how I'm going to do this. This is my preferred way for that little tongue. Have you got that good?
Yeah.
Okay. And roll that back. That just stabilizes it. And then see, now I'm going to hit that with an iron. And there's my window. Now what I would do is I would take another piece of fabric and put this in. But something I want to show you. Look, I could leave a window wide open.
Oh, do that again.
Do you see that? You can just leave it against your background. But y'all saw it's the same exact process to make the small ones as it is the big ones. Next step would be fill the back. The next step is always to turn them, stitch them across the top and the bottom if you want to point at the bottom and flip them inside out. So there you go. That's how you do a small Dresden. Okay? Super simple, really quick, fun to do. Especially the fussy cutting part. That's the part that's always fun for me. Okay. Now next we're going to do, wait, I should stop. Are there any questions? No? Okay.
No, just comments that they love your work.
Oh, I love you guys. That's sweet.
Sharon Miller says hi.
Oh, Sharon Miller. Wait, she's probably still at work. Ooh, this is work. Girl, watching me is work. I am happy for you. Y'all, she's on the West Coast. She's my friend. She lives in the far, far away place. Okay, friends. Without telling you what I'm going to do, I started doing it. Let me show you what we're going to make. I'm going to teach now numbers 11 through 15. Look at this. Can you see that? Look at that rounded top. You see that little rounded top? Is that not the cutest thing you've ever seen? So there's a long one. Look, here's just a normal one. Here's a double one, you know, top and bottom. Here's a full window. Is that not the cutest thing? Did I say it? I already had a double one. Yeah, had a double one. Aren't those cute? Look at those little birdhouses. I have no idea where this fabric came from. I've had it forever. But, oops, this goes here. You see those? Those are fun. And here's another long one. So, I'm going to teach you how to make each of these. Okay? You take your blade. So, I'm using this. You've pre-cut your blade. You put your tool on your blade. It should fit perfectly because you just cut it out using this. So the first one we're going to do is this one. We're going to do, I'm going to lay it this way so it'll be oriented the same. I'm going to do the sides, the bottom, both sides and the bottom. So it always helps to get your tool out. Sorry, I thought I did and then I didn't. So here's the tool that comes in your tool set. So I'm going to slip this. I hadn't moved anything. You noticed that, right? I slipped that in. Y'all, I was preparing and I used a regular pen instead of a friction pen. So I'm going to be very careful and use my friction pen. Do you see what just happened? Now, I don't have the connector, so I just use a straight edge or I eyeball it. Can y'all see that? That's all you do. 3 sides. Slip in your upper window with the circle. Run your pen along the top of that circle and then connect the dots. The lines. So, I'll show you how this works. You okay? Mm-hmm. Big old deep breath. Did y'all hear him? You'd think he was about to blow a trumpet or something. Okay, I'm not scared. Y'all saw that. I'm not scared. But you don't have to do it that way. When you go around a curve to fold fabric back, you must clip to the, snip it, or it's never going to fold, right? I cut all the way. Now I just do like normal, cut all the way to the corners. Then I hit it. Oh, Sharon, I know I'm supposed to be using good glue. I can't find it, Sharon. I don't know if I just don't know what happened to it. Okay, for me, it's just easier for me to roll the sides and the bottom. Like so. See that? Now, I'm going to start at the top and just gently fold these back all the way around. Let me fold this down for you guys. See, there's a corner right there. This is where it's really important. I forgot to do this. I have to snip to that corner even though it's a protruding corner. Okay, sorry. I roll this side up on both of them. This little lip, I roll it up. And then I roll this back over it. I will tell y'all that I had to... Oh, I missed a spot. Hang on. Look, I didn't get that smooth. I pull it up and I relay it. It's the beauty of... Nothing, it's, non-permanent. You see that? Did that work? Can you see it? Is that good? Mm-hmm. Isn't that a cute little window? So now let's fussy cut something to go in that window. So I'm using, this is something I've had for, I don't know, 75 or 100 years or something. Okay. How about that? How's that look, y'all? That look good? I like it up here a little better. Okay. So you know how we fly. When you're fussy cutting out of, I'm just making sure I don't have anything under me. When you're fussy cutting, it's going to look like Swiss cheese before it's over. We all know that, right? It's just the nature of the beast. Because you're getting whatever motif it is that you're actually, like looking for. Okay. Same old, same old. I saw somebody doing a demo the other day of my tool online. And they put the glue on there. And I thought, well, now that's an interesting way to do it. I've never done that. Okay, you see what I just did? I drew it as if it was the full one. Right? As the whole pointed thing. And then I lay it down how I want it, position it. And then I'll iron it. And when I iron it, that friction pin goes, just disappears. What do y'all think? Do you like it? He wants me to lay it down. Is that not laid down?
No, that's good.
Okay. All right, so this one matches this one. It's the same thing over and over, right? Except, and I'll do a couple more just so you'll get it, because I know watching it one time is good, but watching it a couple of times is even better. Well, unless y'all don't, oh, let me show y'all a tip. You see how I got some selvage right here? I never care if I do, because in the end, that's going to be flipped over into the back, and it's going to be trimmed off. So it's okay, in my mind, if I have selvage on the edges. I just can't have it in the main body. Okay. This time, I'm going to do the elongated, right? You see how this, do you see the difference in the length of these? It's this, well, the difference is that I go below the bridge. See this bridge right here? I'm drawing below it to the two sides and below it. And then I put my tool in to make the rounded. Do this little semicircle. Now I've got some gaps. No big deal. We're brilliant quilters. Quilters are the most, I'm telling you, we're engineers. Doesn't it feel like sometimes we're engineers? We have to know machinery. That's our sewing machine. We have to know measurements. We can eyeball 1/4 inch. We're brilliant that way. Okay, see what I did? I drew it. I'm going to pull this off. Well, I'll just leave it. Okay, so once again, I'm going to cut 1/4 inch from the edges. Now, I could use my scissors. I really could. And snip that little corner. It's an interesting little piece of fabric. And once again, so do you see, I'm going to start here with what I forgot last time. See that corner and this one? Plus this corner and this corner. Plus these corners. And then we'll do the curve. Did y'all hear my scissors squeak? I guess I need to... Do I need to oil scissors?
Yes.
Well, who knew?
Hairdressers do.
Y'all, my friend Alice over here in the peanut gallery is saying, yes, you have to oil your scissors. And I said, who knew? And she said she did. She's a hairdresser, or was a retired hairdresser. So, brilliant. So, do you use sewing machine
Oil?
oil?
Yes.
Okay. Comment if you've ever oiled your scissors with sewing machine oil. That's like news to me.
I have to lubricate them.
Okay. I'm going to do the corner up. Do you see how it lays? Just lays right there? Y'all, it's just amazing how this works. And if it's too long, I can always snip it. Start in the middle, work to the outside edges. It's a little more, fine tuning. That's okay. You get a pretty little window. I see a mistake, y'all. I don't like it. I don't like the way that one laid down. And the reason is because I cut it more than 1/4 inch. So it was too much bulk. Don't like that. So I will start again. There's my next one. Okay. So I could repeat that over and over again, but that's how you make, but it would be the same thing. That's how you make the rounded top. You take your tool, you do whatever. If you're going to do it all the way to the full, you would come all the way down, come all the way up, and then connect the dots. So, pretty straightforward, don't you think? I mean, that's not hard. We're so smart. That's not hard.
Do you have time for a question?
Yes.
Okay, when you do your window frame in black, what ink do you use to trace it with?
Great question. So I always use a friction pen, but the trick about black is it's always lighter on the back side of the fabric. Have you ever noticed on black fabric, most always it's lighter, like, you know, it's sort of gray. I mean, the black is not solid all the way through. So when I'm working on a dark fabric like that, I work on the back so that I have a lighter palette. And it works the same. So you can work from the front or the back. It doesn't matter. Does that help?
Yes.
Friction pens. If I'm using a black fabric, I won't use a dark one. I'll use a pink or a red. And if that's not working for you, if indeed the fabric is black all the way through. So, for example, some batiks, you know, that are dyed all the way through.
Without white
you can
pencil.
use chalk. You can use white chalk pencil. Yes, do the back because it's harder to get the chalk completely gone from.
Okay.
Does that help? Y'all, I'll use whatever. I mean, earlier, I'm about to show you. I'll show you what I did earlier. I used real ink. I know, brilliant, right? Okay, the next one so 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 4, and I told you that I would give you 5 tools a week. I'm going to do one more. Now, this next one, everything we've done so far comes in this set. So this set comes with the large tool and the upper window with the circle in it. But this set also comes with the small tool in it. And that's what we did to start with, right? We did this little one. What we're about to do now comes in the accessory set. In this. So this accessory set has 4 shapes in it, and it's just these. It's got the heart and the hexie and the petal, but my attorney calls that a football. And then the raindrop, and I'm going to show you the raindrop today. So let me stack all this stuff up. This is why I can't ever find anything, because I'm a stacker. I just stack stuff. So in that set, can you see this on my shirt? The raindrop? Here's the raindrop.
That's good.
And here's the inside piece of the raindrop, okay? We're going to make a raindrop. And I just want y'all to, I just want to show y'all, this is what a raindrop looks like. Now, isn't that sweet? And this is a almost finished petal. I just need to sew it to my neighbors, you know. But this one's already stitched down and has the points at the top. But you can fussy cut. So I choose my window based on the motif that I'm going to use actually in the window, or if it goes with the theme. So if I was doing a quilt that had like umbrellas or something on it, I'd probably use this. So let me show you how to make this one. This will be number 5. So this will be number 15. We have over 50 different ways to make windows. Okay, the original tool set has this open window, and this is the accessory set. And look, those people that made this for me, that I had made them, they made this so it fits perfectly in that slot. Isn't that fabulous? Earlier, what I did is I grabbed my pilot pen, so I'm not going to do that again. I'm going to use my friction pen. And this one is all curves. You see that? There's my window. I mean, this one, oh, see that paper underneath it? Okay. I've done this enough that I'm not scared. But the first few hundred times I did it, I used scissors. So, then you get all these cute little shapes, and then you have to, if anybody has a great idea for the shapes, let me know. Okay, so the first thing I do is I snip to the point. And then, just like with the curve that we did up here, we have to snip around the edges. I can't believe I have to oil my scissors. That just tickles me. Like, how did I not know that? Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Y'all, one time, can they see my face?
Yes.
So one time, so I was in training and development my whole career, right? Oh my goodness. And one time, we had a guy in class that got into an argument with one of my instructors, like on my team. And this kid was arguing with the teacher. That's not smart, but whatever. In a job situation, you just don't do that. Anyway, he was arguing, and this kid kept saying, "But I'm a professional." And he kept saying it over and over. And then when my instructor got back to the office, he was telling us about it. And so now, I feel like telling y'all, but y'all, I'm a professional. I should, and I didn't know you have to oil scissors. Golly. Don't laugh, Alice. That's rude. Oh, my stars. I'm so embarrassed. Gosh. Y'all are never coming back, are you? You're never coming back. I'm such a goof. Okay. Isn't that sweet? And I threw my fabric on the floor. I didn't mean to, but I did. Okay, so we're going to go back over here. We're going to cut another. Oh, look at that little rosebud. We'll use it. How about that, friends? We're going to use a friction pen rather than my Pilot black gel pen. Y'all, black gel pens don't work good. I'm just saying.
All professionals use them.
Oh my gosh. Who said that? Was that you or a comment?
That was me. I'm supposed to be quiet.
Yeah, you are. You better be. Oh, my stars. I'm dying here. All professionals. We wanted to add that word to the dictionary. In fact, we had our own dictionary, and we did. Oh, my goodness. That kid was a professional. And we decided that meant before you're a professional, you are a professional. Oh, mercy.
Oh, Connie commented that the rounded top adds so much whimsy.
It does. I agree totally. It's just fun. And there are so many little motifs that you can just add. What are y'all professionaling over there?
Pam says, I never owned scissors either. Now I need to check all mine to see if I have any squeakers.
These are, I know. If y'all could just hear it. Listen. All right, can you be quiet? Listen, y'all. Did you hear it? It's like a little bird. It's the craziest thing ever. Okay, so isn't that cute? Wait, here. So isn't that fun? So you could do a whole, like, cute little thing. Okay, so that's 5. Let's go back. A short one with the rounded top, an elongated, a double, a full, and then a raindrop. What are y'all laughing at now?
I'm just now seeing you squeak your scissors.
Oh, delayed reaction. Okay. Okay, thank y'all for putting up with me. I'm ready to give you some just free tips. You know what? Just like everything else on this YouTube, these are free tips. Here's one of them. If I have fabric that I just need to, like, get the wrinkles out and move, because I do this every day, all day long, I mix my very own spray. It is water, that you would not like the taste of, so that you will not drink it. That's exactly what you do. So real quick, I tell everybody this, if you're just like, if you want to use something that you buy that are really good, that's great. But as much as I use it, you go to the liquor store and you ask them for the cheapest vodka they have. It is a starch. It is made from potatoes. And I just use this to press my stuff down. Well, so the heat evaporates the vodka. So I've been telling all my friends this for years. One of my friends went to the liquor store and said, hey, I went to the liquor store and I asked the guy, do you have any, where's your cheapest vodka? And he said, it's right over there. Are you a quilter? So our liquor stores around know that we all do this. I'm just saying, for $11, I can get a 2-liter thing of vodka. But if you're needing to make your own inexpensively, because you use it every day, all day long, there's 2/3 water, 1/3 vodka, essential oils that you will not like the taste of. They will also evaporate. So there's tip number 1. And here's another tip. Look, do y'all see what this is? So you know how we're quilters and we don't throw away scraps? I took paper clips. Every time I send Doug to the store or to the bank, I put a paper clip with a scrap on it. And I give these away. See my whole box? My whole thing. I have, thanks to my friend sitting right over here, I have hundreds because she's good at doing that. Let me show you how I do it. So here's just a random strip, right? It doesn't even, this isn't even, y'all, it's just a random strip.
It needs to be about 4 inches.
Yeah, at least 4 inches and a little longer. If it's a little longer, you can trim it. Here's the double end. This is the end where you, put around the paper, the double end. But there's a single end. That's the end you're going to work with. Let me show y'all. You You fold this in half. You fold your strip in half. You slide it through the single end. You just do a loop and pull those. Now you see how long that is? If I wanted to trim it, I could. Oh, I just squeaked. Look at that. Y'all, they're great for bank deposit slips. They're great for your list. They're great for your calendar pages. They're just great. So see, you can use every little scrap you ever have. Now these I don't save, but these I do. And I'll tell y'all something else that's cute. If you use your selvages in that same way, super cute. So there's another free tip. Here's another one. When I'm gluing, this is freezer paper, believe it or not. This is cool. This was an accident that was a cool accident that happened. I had a freezer paper that was twice this long. And I folded it like where the shiny sides were together and hit it with an iron. I don't even remember why. But it fused it together, so it became this real, it has a lot of body, stiff. And I use it when I'm gluing a lot. So I use the freezer paper. And it's real easy to clean off. So that's a little tip. And tip number 4. If you have not tried this app, it is called Quiltful. It helps you organize your quilting projects so that you have more fun sewing. So You can create a project. You can view and update and search for projects. You upload photos. So for example, if you're putting a quilt together and you want this fabric and you have this and this, you can put all your fabric pictures in there, put pictures of your selvages in there. You can do how much yardage that you need, track your progress, view a summary of all your projects, way more. Now, my friend Susan Madden is the inventor of this. She's stinking brilliant. So you can subscribe and do all kinds of advanced things, or you can just get the simple to start with. But if you like to stay organized with all your projects so that you know what all your projects are, just go to either your Apple store or your Google Play store, and you can download the app for free. It's wonderful. She's brilliant. Oh, and look, on this card that she did, this is one of my quilts. I know, she's my friend. She's a sweet girl. So, yay, Susan. Yay, Susan. Quiltful. And you can find it at quiltful.com. So go there. So there's a free tip. All kinds of things. And then I want to show you a couple things really cute. I'll be right back. Let me grab it. So today, because we're getting ready for this thing this week, this airing of the quilts, I just was going to move these over to the side so I can lay this here. The airing of the quilts, I have all these people coming to the house, and I don't know if y'all are like me or not, but I feel like everything has to be in perfect place and everything has to be clean. No, I'm busy. I don't like to clean, but whatever. But I found this that a friend made. Before I invented the tool. Look at this, y'all. Look at this. Can y'all see that? Is that not the cutest little Dresden? Look, y'all, look. Could we not do this all the way around and make a turkey? So it's a table runner. I'm going to hold it. You might have to step back, honey. It's a table runner. See that? It's got a turkey on either end.
Too cute.
It is so adorable. Mm-hmm. Okay. And this is one of those treasures. This friend has since passed away. And so this is a true treasure for me. You know, I'm so happy I have something she made me. But this circle right here is here's my 5-inch. It looks like it's 4.5 inches. If this is 5 inches, it looks like that's about 4.5-inch circle. And then this little turkey, I don't even know what shape that is, but isn't it cute? And he's got a little bow tie on. And look at those cute little feet. So my small Dresden blades are, here, this is what I'm looking for, are bigger than these, right? A little bit. But it's the same concept. Would that not be stinking cute? So I found this today. I had forgotten all about it. I was getting my fall stuff out. I've got company coming, so I was trying to get, all decorated. And I saw this and thought, oh my gosh, I have to show my friends. I just think that is so cute. So we can play with this concept of making a turkey out of our small tool. Put a big applique. Y'all, this is raw edge, and she did a blanket stitch. That's all it is. Then she top stitched this little body shape and the tie and the little beak, I guess. Is that a beak? And then the little legs. So that's a really cute idea to play with. And I just want y'all to know her piecing was precision work. It's just precious. But isn't that cute? So there's a fun thing to do. Any questions before I start talking about prizes? Okay, so we're going to give away prizes. Here's the question of the week. Do you see it? Would you make a turkey table runner? Now, there's no deadline on this, so you can... I'm not saying would you make it by Thursday. I'm just saying, would you ever make one? Because I know I would. If you comment below, next week I will draw this week I will draw winners. Okay, now to prizes. Let me get my prizes together. Okay, friends, last week on these friction pins and the thimbles, I had 3 of these. Noelle Dayhoff, Susan Wahlberg, and Pam Fowler were our winners. So I will private message each of you to find out which size thimble would be good for you. And I'll give you a choice and color of pins. So congratulations, winners. Very exciting. Susan Wahlberg, Pam Fowler, and Noelle Dayhoff. Yay! I love giving things away. Also, Kathy Biggs. I'm sorry. Yeah, that's right. Kathy Biggs. I was supposed to mail this to you this week, and I totally forgot. Forgive me. Please forgive me. I am so sorry. But I will get this in the mail. My shipping and... I would blame it on my shipping and delivery department, but it wasn't his fault. It was my fault because I just totally lost track. The week got away from me. It just was busy, so I'm sorry. So I will send that to you, Kathy. Okay, so if you commented about would you make a turkey table runner ever, if you had one, if you were going to make one, would you do that?
Somebody did, but I don't know who the name is.
Okay, that's okay. We will, after the comments, during the next week, let me show you what I got. When I had my tools manufactured, I asked them for enough tools, the same amount of big tools and little tools. Well, they do it on a big acrylic sheet, like a huge sheet, and then they laser cut everything. And when I got it, there were extras of the small tools. I didn't get extras of the big tools, but I did get, these were the extras that finished out the sheet. Somehow they didn't, like the numbers didn't match or whatever. So I got some extras. So the prize this week is I'm going to give 3 people who comment, would you make a turkey table runner? If you answer that question, I will send you a small tool. I have 3 of them here. And what I'll do is, even if you have a kit already, then you can give this to your friend. Or you can have 2. Or whatever. It doesn't matter to me. You can wear it as a necklace. It doesn't matter to me what you do with it. But you will win. If you want to win, just comment, would you make a table runner? Okay? 3 of these are the prizes for next week. And then I will get with the others, with Susan, Pam, and Noelle about how to get you your friction pin and your thimble. Okay, I'm going to look around, see if I forgot anything. I think I've covered every single thing. Everything on my list. Are there any questions? Okay. No? Okay, good. There will be tool time next week. We'll talk about how to make different shapes 16 through 20. 5 more because we have all the way to 50 to go. So we've got more to go. And I've got a really cute little quilt I'll show you next week that has a bunch of them on it. I was doing a loan program. I sent some quilts to some shops for them to do in their virtual online shop hops. And so I just got them back. So every week we'll have a different quilt behind us and we'll be able to show you some different things. Okay, if there are no more questions or nothing going on, I will let y'all go. Thank you so much for being here. It has been a marvelous Monday on my end, and I hope your day is marvelous also, and I hope and pray that you have a very, very blessed week. Thank you, friends, for being here. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.